Hi everyone. In today's class we are going to discuss about the column minimum method. Hope so we are familiar with the northwest corner method and the row minimum method. So as I told you there are five different methods: northwest corner method, row minimum method, column minimum method, matrix minimum method and penalty approach method. There are five different methods to find out the minimum transportation cost. We can use any one method to solve those particular problem. But in today's section we are going to discuss about the column minimum method. So as I told you, I am taking the same problem as the example so that we can compare the solution with this problem and the previous methods. So there are three factories: factory 1, factory 1, factory 2 and factory 3. Four warehouses: warehouse 1, warehouse 2, warehouse 3, warehouse 4. And the factory capacity has been represented here: 7, 9, 18. And the warehouse requirement are been represented here: 5, 8, 7, 14. And these things once again I will tell you: 19, 70, 40, 30, 38, 50, 40, 70, 10, 60, 20. These things represents the cost, Cij. We say that as a Cij. What is that cost? That is, if you want to supply one unit of product from factory 1 to warehouse 1, it costs 19 rupees. And in the same way, factory 1 to warehouse 2, it costs 30 rupees. Factory 1 to warehouse 3, it costs 50. Factory 1 to warehouse 4, it costs 10 rupees. So on. Same way for the factory 2 and the factory 3 with respect to the warehouse. This thing represents the cost. So coming to today's class, column minimum method. As the name only indicates that column minimum, we have to see the minimum value in the column, or in the column we have to see the minimum value, and that cell has to be allocated first. So in the previous section I have been explained you about the row minimum method. What we did there, we have gone for the minimum value in the row. So we will come for the first column here: 19, 70 and 40. The minimum value here is the 19. So this cell has to be allocated first. How much it has to be allocated? The warehouse 1 required 5 units, but the factory 1 has the capacity of 7 units. So we can supply here all the 5 units. So once it is been supplied, strike out this one 0, and this here we are left out with 2. So same, if the column or the row whichever becomes the 0, eliminate that column or the row. Now go for the second column. The minimum value here is 30, 38. The minimum value here is 8, and this warehouse 2 require 8 unit, and this factory it has 18 units. So we can supply here with all the 8 units. So once it is been supplied, strike out this one, and this one is 0, and here it is been left out with 10. So this warehouse is now empty, 0. So strike out this particular column. Now again go for the warehouse 3 and the warehouse 4. This warehouse 3 column, the minimum value here is 50, 40, 70. The minimum value is 40. This warehouse, this cell has to be allocated first, and this warehouse required 7 units, and this factory 2 has the capacity of 9 units. So we can supply here with the all 7. So here it has been now left out with 0. Here it has been now left out with 2. So this warehouse is now 0. And now in the last column, so here 10, 60 and the 20, the minimum value is 10. It requires 14, this warehouse, but the factory 1 has the capacity of 2 units. So we can supply here only 2 units. So this is now 0, and this is now we are left out with 12. So strike out this particular row. And now 60 and 20, the minimum value is 20, and it requires 12 units, but we are having only 10 units. So we can supply here with 10 units. Now this is 0, and here we are left out with 2. So the row becomes 0, strike out that one. So only one cell left out, 60, and it requires 2 units, and we are having the 2 units. So we can supply here with 2 units. So now it is 0, and this is 0. Now we have to calculate the transportation cost Z. So how to calculate the transportation cost Z? So whichever the cell we have allocated, we have to consider that first. 5 into 19 plus 8 into 8 plus 7 into 40 plus 10 into 2 plus 60 into 2 plus 10 into 20. So as I told you here, 5 into 19 plus 8 into 8 plus 7 into 40 plus 2 into 10 plus 2 into 60 plus 10 into 20. That gives you the answer as 779. It is clear, right? In the row minimum method, we have gone for the row minimum value in the row. In the column minimum method, we will go for the minimum value in the